First Alert Forecast, sponsored by Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick. Heard in a car? Call KNR.
And if you're getting a little bit of an early start maybe on some of those holiday travel plans, specifically thinking, the second part of this weekend or maybe even Monday, you really shouldn't run into too many issues. This little brief disturbance that's passing through tonight may give us a couple very isolated sprinkles across mainly the northern half of the viewing area. It's not going to be a big deal for us outside of the fact that it does bring a cold front through as we go through the day tomorrow. So it'll keep a few clouds around for tonight. Mainly the biggest impact that we see from it tomorrow is just the fact that it's going to be a little bit windier. Winds at times could gust upwards of 30 miles per hour. And so it will keep temperatures kind of in that upper 40 to about low 50-degree range. But then as we head into this next week, we are going to see that big weather system roll through our area, not only bringing rain, but the chance for some lake effect snow. And because it's so active, you're also going to have a lot of wind around the area as well. You'll notice end of the weekend, early this next week, temperature-wise, really not too bad. We're going to be back largely above average for where we should be for this time of the year, maybe not significantly. Tuesday, I think it's going to be one of the warmer days where temperatures are back into the middle 50s. But as this cold front comes through mainly on Wednesday, this is the one that's really going to cause us those bigger issues come the second part kind of that holiday travel weekend that we're going to be watching, mainly because you have a big source of some of this colder air that's coming through. And so initially, yes, your temperatures are all warm enough that the system is going to bring us largely some of the rain, but it is drawing in some of that much colder air on the backside. And so with that and temperatures on the lake about into the low to mid 40s, that is a perfect temperature difference to potentially get you some of that better kind of ingredients to set up for the potential for some lake effect snow moving back into the region. So it is going to be a little bit gustier as we go through the day tomorrow. Winds will decrease Monday, and then you'll slowly see them increasing Tuesday out ahead of this next system. And again, it will be a bit of a stronger storm system, so we will have some gusts that likely could tip the scale 35, maybe even 40 miles per hour as we get into the later part of this next week. Let's take a quick look at your future view. You'll notice the rain coming in through the day on Tuesday. So if you are traveling Tuesday, expect to run into some soggier conditions. Outside of just the rain, I don't see any other significant weather-related impacts for you for Tuesday. It'll probably be a bit more scattered as we get through the second part of the day. You may catch a few breaks headed into early Wednesday, but as temperatures crash behind this cold front, you will start to see that transition over to snow, and that's where things could get a little trickier for us for the second half of your holiday weekend. So please be mindful of that. It is going to be a pretty sharp drop in your temperatures. We'll go from the lower 50s on Wednesday, at best low to mid 30s Thursday as well as into your Friday. And there may be yet again another system that tries to roll in next weekend. We're going to kind of walk you through all those details coming up here in the next half hour.